Campers, it's me, Ari Lehman, the first Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. You're watching Horror Junkies 509. And remember, Jason never dies.
Yo, what's going on, fellow junkies? Horror Junkies 509, Kyle 13th, coming at you again today, you guys, and happy Halloween to every single one of you watching, subscribers, not subscribers, anybody out there, you guys. I want to wish you all a happy Halloween, you guys. The day is here, the day that we wait for all year long, the day that we hold in our hearts, and the day that keeps us coming back for more, and the day we wish that would last all year round is here. Halloween. Samhain, spooky season, All Hallows Eve. It's all here, you guys. Let me just do up my tie. It's Halloween, you guys, and I hope you guys are as jazzed as I am. I hope you guys are going to go out and do what you do on Halloween. You know, whether you stay at home, you hand out candy. Are you going to go work at a haunt? Are you going to go to a haunt? Are you going to, stay home and watch horror movies? Whatever it is, you guys, everything counts as celebrating this amazing, spectacular, my favorite holiday of all time. And I know in my last video I mentioned I wasn't sure if I was going to do a video for Halloween. You guys should have known that was all bullcrap, honestly. As you can see, I'm sitting here in my little Leatherface costume. I got my shirt, my tie, and my apron. Of course, not the mask, because this is not going to be Leatherface or Texas Chainsaw Massacre related. This video is actually for a movie that's Halloween related, but it's not a Halloween movie, like, considering Michael Myers or any of that stuff, you guys. I want to come and talk about a movie that, honestly, the very first time I watched this movie, I didn't really like it. And, I kind of continue to watch it, and the more I watch it, the more this movie grows on me. And now it's one of my absolute favorite movies, and I also went ahead and bought some of the stuff from the movie, and I want to go ahead and review that today. So I'm going to talk about this movie. I'm going to go over, the stuff I bought over the movie, and, it's all Halloween related. It's all Halloween goodness, you guys. And if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it, you guys. I hope you're out there having a killer Halloween. I know I am. Last night, I did the trunk or treat at work, and it was the biggest trunk or treat we've ever done. We had the most kids, the most trick or treaters we've ever had, and we even had more cars than ever before. It was phenomenal. I was there running around as the creeper, and Angelina was out there supporting as well as Chucky. I will get some pictures hopefully posted up so you guys can take a look at that. And it was just a phenomenal night. I was there, really late. Yesterday was like a 15-hour work day for me, but it's because it's Halloween that it was okay. It wasn't something I had to do. It was something I chose to do because, wanted to decorate the truck, wanted to do the whole thing, and so I did it. And now tonight I'm doing the same exact thing. We're gonna be doing a haunt in a buddy's garage tonight, and I'll be Art the Clown tonight. So, and I'm Leatherface right now, business Leatherface. But anyway, you guys, that's my plans. Let me know what you guys are gonna do down in the comments. I love to hear it. And then yeah, I hope you guys have a great one. Let's go ahead and get right into this video, you guys. So, the movie I've been talking about, very cryptically, I guess, if you want to say that, is the movie Haunt. And so, this movie is all about some friends, they're trying to, have some fun on Halloween. They want to go to a haunt, and they end up, coming up on like an app or something like that, and takes them to this specific haunt. It looks like one of those more extreme haunts, and so, the beginning of the movie, and they're going through it, and they're like, yeah, this is extreme, kind of, they're doing some different things, and it just starts getting more and more, a little bit more darker, and, seems a little bit more not right. And so basically they're walking into a haunt where there's 6 different killers in it, and, these kids are getting picked off one by one. Sometimes they're doing it right in front of you, and they're like, oh, it's just a part of the thing, part of the haunt, and they're finding out that it's not. And so now they're having to get out of this haunt any way they can, but they keep running into a new killer. And that's what we're going to be going over in this video today. I have all 6 killer masks, and I definitely want to go ahead and show you them all. And I'll probably review them, try them on, do the whole thing. But Haunt, you guys, if you haven't checked it out, I do highly recommend it. It is from the writer of A Quiet Place and producer of Eli Roth. And as you can see, kind of the cover, it does show some pieces of the mask. But you don't get a good representation of them. Here's the back of it. But if you were looking for, possibly a new Halloween movie you haven't seen before, if you haven't seen this one, I do highly recommend it. And then honestly, if you guys have watched it and you didn't really care for it, give it another watch, you guys. It's definitely worth another watch. this movie has grown on me a lot. And there's some good kills in it. Like all the masks are representations of like classic Halloween characters, entities, whatever you want to call them, and it's absolutely phenomenal. I've already watched this movie once this year. Chances are I'll probably be watching it again tonight. I still have a few Halloween movies I haven't finished yet, of course, because it's just been a busy month. But Haunt, you guys, definitely highly recommend it. I can't even give you a bad thing about it. My overall rating for this movie, like I said, I don't want to give too much away because I definitely want you guys to go watch it if you haven't seen it already. But you just know it is a people going into what they think is an extreme haunt, and basically they start getting picked off one by one, and there's 6 different killers, and there's something kind of special about each killer. When they actually get their masks removed, there is some sort of detail to them that kind of corresponds with their mask. So there's a little bit more to it than just the masks. So definitely don't want to give the ending away or anything like that, but I definitely recommend it. I give this honestly an 8 out of 10. I really do enjoy this movie. I love there's good gore, there's good kills. I think the characters are solid. The acting is what it is. And the masks. I think the masks and the killers are really what make this movie shine. And like I said, always give it another chance, you guys. It's actually worth watching. All right, you guys. So like I said, I do have all 6 masks here. I've been kind of slowly collecting them over the last few months, and a couple of them I had for a little while. But we're going to go over them tonight, and I figured there's no point in doing each one of these masks getting its own video, so I kind of wanted to do something big for Halloween, and this is the way we're going to go about it. So I'm not going to do these in any particular order because, I'm not going to rank them or anything like that, but maybe if down in the comments, if you guys really want me to rank them, maybe I can make that a short or something like that, or do another video or whatever you think. But I do think that they got such a good look of all these masks. So we're going to go ahead and start right up top. So the first one, we have the Devil. And all of these are still on the card. So all this stuff is still brand new, you guys. And so if you guys want to go ahead and take a look at that, I think they really got a lot of cool colors and really kind of brings like that really old school devil mask back, from like way early on. Like I'm thinking like 60s, maybe even earlier than that. Like, the depiction of the devil is really kind of cartoony, but it really kind of just still had that evil effect. And so here's the card for Haunt, and Trick or Treat Studios. If you go on the back, I don't think you're going to see this, but it does say the devil on the barcode. And so this mask was sculpted by Austin Gorg, and I do think like he did a really great job. I love all the detail, and these are all plastic vacuum form masks, and so there's some good. These things are actually pretty tough, so you're not going to have any issues with that. So he's got the teeth, some mustaches, maybe some nostrils right here, maybe a flaming unibrow, and then his nice little hair at the top, and then maybe like his little elf ears or whatever like that, kind of like how the devil does. But yeah. We're going to go ahead and cut this off the card. We'll go ahead and try it on, and we'll go ahead and check it out. Each one of these masks do have mesh in the eyes. Obviously, it's really, you can still see through it pretty well. And, to kind of make this quicker, I'm going to go ahead and cut the tag off. Make sure this is not going to last us forever because I want to get you guys back to your Halloween. I was thinking about doing this as a live video, but I've never done a live video on YouTube before. And so that's something that I want to take kind of look into a little bit. Would you guys be interested in Horror Junkies 509 starting to do live videos? And like, I don't know. I know a lot of people, they do like, leading up to it, they do like announcements and stuff like that. I don't know if I would ever do that. I think I would just like right off the cuff, like, let's do a live video. I don't know if that would be beneficial for me to do it that way. But I don't know. I decided to pick your guys' brain, see if maybe it's something that's what you would like to see me do. And so let me know. I've done a live video way back in the day, so I've only done one, but I don't remember how I did it, so I guess we'll have to find it out. So there's the mask off the card, and yeah, we still got the the sponge in the back to make sure your forehead's okay. I still don't understand the sponge. It's probably some weird safety protocol, but anyways, let's check out the devil and see what we think. So it's going to be Leatherface the Devil now. Yeah, see, I hate the sponge because I feel like it pushes the mask too far away from me. And I like my masks kind of like right on there, so there's that one. And so in the movie, he's got a big old red cloak on and stuff like that. And so they all have like costumes that kind of go with their masks and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not going to have that for every mask, but still definitely want to have you guys check them out. Of course, my little goatee kind of goes perfect with the devil goatee underneath. All right, you guys. So this is the first one. Kind of want to go over it. Just looking at the devil one more time. Honestly, giving it's a vacuum form mask, so I'm not exactly sure on a good rating scale to give this. But honestly, I think the molding and the paint up looks really great. I think there's a lot of good detail in it. And all these have elastic straps in the back, so there's no way to tighten it up. So if you're a smaller head, this might be pretty loose on you. And it feels okay on me. Like give it another go. I think it holds the mask right in place for me. But I think any smaller head might be a little more difficult. But you always can like knot it in the back or something like that, and make it a little tighter for you if you need. All right, you guys. So that is the devil mask. I can't wait to hang all these up on the wall down here. I was about to say in my horror room, but that's where we're at. All right, you guys. So next up, like I said, there's no particular order. I'm just gonna kind of grab and go. Next up is gonna be the vampire mask, and I really kind of enjoy this old school, like almost like a purple complexion of this vampire, and then he's got yellow sideburns. I don't know. I think it's really kind of simple, but it really has a lot of cool detail, like these little purple dots in his his little bat ears, the purple on the lips, and then his yellow teeth, and like even the dark blue under his eyes, and lighter blue on top. I don't know. I feel like these just have a lot of really neat detail in them, and just the fact that it's like classic Halloween horror characters, and it just makes me love these things even more. And so looking at this, so it does say, I know you won't see it, but vampire on the back, and this is also sculpted by Austin Gorg. I'm going to assume that Austin Gorg sculpted them all. Austin, you did a phenomenal job. Let me just tell you that now. But if it keeps being Austin, I'll probably just keep it. It's like sculpted by the same guy. But I'm pretty sure he probably did them all. But if anything changes, I'll make sure let you know. So let's go ahead and get this ticket cut off, because it is just the same ticket up top. So it just says Haunt, and then we got a picture of the clown mask and parts of the other ones here, and then Trick or Treat Studios. So all these masks are brought to you by Trick or Treat Studios. And so, there wasn't like another company that was doing some of them and then Trick or Treat doing the others. So let's go ahead and try not to cut the mask strap, or else I'm not going to be able to try it on. That would just be great, wouldn't it? I'd be so embarrassed. Alrighty. So this year, I think kids are getting braver, because I was in my creeper costume, which I think is like my creepiest costume that I got. And like, I didn't have as many, screaming and crying kids as I did, the very first year when I was Leatherface. So note to self, maybe I need to stick with the classics. Like, I feel like Leatherface was my scariest year so far per, the kids' reactions. And so this year I only got a few kids. And then, Angelina actually scared a few kids as Chucky. So, I mean, that was really kind of cool. So, all right, we got the mask off. Some of these straps look like almost a little bit looser, but I think it'd be pretty easy to add some new elastic if you needed to. And of course, we got the sponge. We got to make sure my forehead is safe here, guys. I don't want to get a concussion by wearing this mask. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the vampire on. Yeah, this one, due to the elastic, this is a little bit looser on me, but I have a feeling all the masks are going to be, varying depending on their elastic strap. Yeah, and as you can see, like, the mesh doesn't really hide my eyes in any way, shape, or form. It definitely does better in the movie, but, that's okay. But still, good vampire mask. I think it looks pretty good. And my goatee still is ruining this one. That's okay. All right, you guys, so definitely go ahead and give a good look at the vampire mask, you guys. I think these masks are so neat. I just love the colors, and, like, they really do know how to make them pop. And I think it's just a good representation of each one. Obviously, we've only done the devil and the vampire, but just wait. There's more. Don't mind me being a dork. I think the people who are used to it are super used to it. All right. So where do I want to go next? All right. Let's go ahead and do this one. So this might be one of my favorites just because I feel like it's it's a Halloween character that doesn't get as much representation anymore. Back in the day, it did a lot more. But now you don't see much of this kind of character anymore. And that is the Ghost. And so I really, really do enjoy this Ghost mask because, like, I feel like, ghosts were definitely more of a thing in the past. And, like, nowadays they don't do much. Even though they did bring back that, like, ghost decoration from the 90s that made that really crazy sound. I'm happy to see that was back because that's, like, a sound of, like, all of our childhoods, that grew up in that time period. But I really think they got a really cool representation of this ghost. I really love the way the white pops off the black, and then the yellow just adds a lot more detail to it. They could have made this look seriously a lot more like Ghostface. Obviously, it has its similarities, but they really kind of took it to do something completely different with it. And so we got the ticket, Haunt Trick or Treat Studios, and right there. So we do have the Ghost on the barcode. Like I said, you guys are probably not going to be able to see that. And then, yep, sculpted by the same guy, Austin Gorg. And so let's go ahead and take this guy off, and let's go ahead and take a look at her. Yeah, I was pretty excited, like, especially with the Ghost. Like I said, like, I always try to keep ghosts represented in my Halloween decorations and stuff like that. But sometimes it gets a little harder just because they don't make a lot of stuff anymore. Like, I have a Ghost Mickey inflatable. That's pretty cool. So, that's a little bit of why that's like my ghost representation. But I would definitely like to get more ghost stuff going around. But, I think it'll be cool to have this now. And then we'll have a ghost mask that's not Ghostface all the time. All right, so this is what it looks like off the card. Go around back, all white with my safety sponge here. I got to call it out on every single one. It's just going to be the way it's going to be. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and try the Ghost. And the Ghost kind of has a big part in the movie. I won't spoil it for you, but, you almost feel like, oh, maybe this guy's not such a bad guy. It's this character, and so you'll when you see it, you'll know. All right, here we go. This elastic strap is great. Oh my gosh, this is the tightest one so far, and I love it. Oh, that feels so good. But here's the Ghost one on. It's like I don't know what I need to show you on these ones, but like the fit is really good on this. So I love the elastic on here. Yeah, but I mean, as your head gets bigger, these will get tighter and tighter and tighter. But you always kind of like stretch out the elastic a little bit and fit at your larger head. All right, you guys. So the Ghost, definitely one of my favorite ones. But I have to say, like, the Devil one is also one of my favorite ones. But and we got some more to show you that are also my favorites. But I think the Ghost is definitely a contender. Make sure in the comments you guys let me know which one is your favorite mask at the end. So I want to know which one of these masks is your favorite from Haunt. Gotta take a deep breath. Whew. Sometimes I just get going and I just don't stop talking. I know as the reviewer I was supposed to do that. But next up, we've been seeing a lot of these kind of characters lately, whether it be from It or Art or Terrifier or anything like that, or the movie The Clown. We have the clown mascot from Haunt. So another Haunt Trick or Treat Studios, you guys, looking good. But look at this one. I think it's got such a great clown look. It's got the big red nose. I mean, a big red unibrow, but the blue sharp points around his eyes, and then like this little guy at the bottom. He's got some little red dots in his ears even. I just think it really has a really cool look that will stand out, even next to Pennywise and Terrifier and stuff like that. And so he's got some good, like almost like really dark maroony hair, which is kind of nice. Like I think it would have been cooler if it was like bright red, but maybe they're trying to be a little bit different from Pennywise and such. But that's what it looks like, you guys. And I just think it's a nice classic look of a clown. So let's go ahead and bust this guy off, and let's keep rocking and rolling. Get him off the tag. Oh, speaking of which, Austin Gorg, also the sculptor. I'm pretty sure I'm shocking each one of you every time I say it. Come on. Why is this elastic band got to be difficult? It's probably not difficult. It's just me. There it goes. Yeah, I'm definitely glad I brought the scissors out for this one because if I was doing my knife, I probably would have taken forever. Alrighty. So here's the clown off of the card. Just a good white face. And oh, you see, I thought this is like a little bit darker blue and almost a black even. That looks pretty cool, but it kind of really makes his under eyes pop a little bit more. And his big red smile. Let's check out the clown, guys. I just love it. And especially since later on tonight I'm going to be Art the Clown. So, go ahead and check that one out, you guys. All nice and hard plastic, you guys. Looking pretty good. And it's such a class, the clown with my Leatherface costume here. But like I always say, Horror Junkies 509 around Halloween time, we wear the costumes. That's what we do, you guys. So here's that last look at the clown. Definitely looking pretty awesome. I do really enjoy these masks, man. If you guys are into these vacuum form masks, I've really been enjoying Trick or Treat Studios, giving us different styles of masks and like doing this vacuum form. And like the Lost Boys ones were really great. I mean, the Thanksgiving and stuff like that. All those are kind of coming out. Even these Strangers ones out here. I think it's really cool to like really open us up, for different style masks. Like I love my latex masks, bar none. I do love them, but it's kind of a nice change of pace getting these vacuum form masks as well. All right, you guys, we got 2 left, so I hope you guys are gonna hang tight with me just a little bit longer, and then I'll get you back to your Halloween. I promise. All right, you guys. So next up, we got the zombie, and so this is like one that kind of stands out as kind of maybe a little bit maybe a character you didn't see coming. But I mean, I definitely think the zombie has a place in Halloween characters, no matter what you think. I mean, zombies have been around for quite a while now. I definitely think they didn't do anything wrong by adding the zombie to it. I think that's awesome. So we got the haunt card, Trick or Treat Studios. On the back, we got the zombie, and then also sculpted by Austin Gorg. This guy is just a master of his craft. I will say that. And I just feel like even if he like had to take like a newer like Halloween concept character, he would give it this classic look like it's been around forever. And so I think he definitely did that with the zombie. Like even though zombie's been around for quite a while, but I never feel like they gave him like a classic look. It's always just been the Romero stuff and nowadays the Walking Dead stuff. But I think he kind of made a really cool classic version of a zombie. He didn't really flip the script on it or anything like that. But I think he really came out with a cool design, personally. Come on. Like these just remind me of those like old 80s, 70s masks that, you'd go to Halloween stores and this is what they would have. They didn't have full head latex masks everywhere. This is what they did. It's just like a almost like a picture with a string on it, or some kind of really weak plastic kind of things. I remember going through lots of those when I was a kid. But yeah, on the back we do have the flesh tone. But I really like the yellow around the eyes, kind of make it feel like it's really gunky and gross, and like the different colors of skin and like all the missing teeth and like the yellow teeth. He's got almost like a skeleton, got some stitching right here, but not, and like maybe like an axe wound, almost like Jason's hockey mask. And got some warts and his little messy hair situation going on, and then this little X. I don't know if he's straight edge or something, or I don't, whatever that might signify. But I really think it's a really kind of cool classic look for the zombie. Like this, you almost think like this could have been on the shelves way back in the day, just like the rest of these masks. Like it's super cool. All right, so let's try on the zombie. All right, there's the zombie for us, looking pretty good. Yeah, and this is another nice. It's nice and like the elastic's really good on it, so it's pressed up against my face, really nicely. So thank God I got the safety sponge because I might hurt my nose or something. I don't know, like guys, I'm a safety manager, and so like this sponge thing even kind of cracks me up. So I really want to know there's a standard behind this or got so like something like that. So obviously this is not my industry, this mask making and Halloween masks and stuff like that. So I really want to know if there's like an OSHA standard that made this sponge happen. Because one thing about safety is everything safety is in place because something has happened before. Safety standards are written in blood. And so when something happens, that's usually when a new safety standard happens. And so what's the story here? I would love to know it. I'm going to have to ask Google or ChatGPT, see what they come up with. All right, you guys, so we got one mask to go. And I did kind of leave this one for last because it's a great classic Halloween character. One that I feel like hasn't gotten love since like Halloween 3. But I definitely am excited. I think it looks has one of the best looks of all the masks. Is it my favorite one? Probably not. I'm probably going to stick with the Ghost as my favorite one. But let me go ahead and show you this one. And this one is the Witch. Like, this mask is so wicked. I love it, and I love the green face on there. I love the big old nose with the wart at the tip there. And then, the big giant smile, missing teeth. And they even got the witch's hat on here with the orange belt and then the nice yellow buckle. I just think this looks so amazing and gives you that classic witch look from like old Halloween costumes from way back in the day. We got another nice green wart right here. And yeah, I just think this is absolutely phenomenal. And one of the, it's a standout to me. I think this one looks so great. So if we go to the card, you guys, we got the witch right here. Obviously Haunt and Trick or Treat Studios. And wouldn't you know it, it is sculpted by Austin Gorg, you guys. So, Austin, man, you killed these masks. I think these are so well done, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate these characters. Like, I just want more Haunt movies. Like, I don't know how they would do it, but I think I would love to see it happen. Like, would we get some new masks, new characters? Where they just kind of keep reusing the same new characters? Would they switch some out? It would just definitely would be really cool to have that. Oops. A couple more snips here. Oh, fine. Let's just rip it. Like I had the last few. The last one's got to give me the most trouble. Of course it does. All right, you guys. So we got the witch off the card. Just another good look at this mask with all the details on it. Around the back, we got nice green on the back. Safety sponge here. I'm sorry. It's the last mask. It's the last time you're going to have to hear that from me today. So, all right, let's go ahead and give her a try on. Yeah. I should not try to do the witch cackle. I just can't. All right, you guys, but there's a good look of it on for you, for your guys' viewing pleasure. All right, you guys, so that's the witch. One more look at her, you guys. I think it's a phenomenal sculpt, and it really just kind of takes me back to my childhood, seeing witch masks like this around. My sister was a witch one time as Halloween, but she didn't get a mask. She got like this skin appliance where, gave her the nose and stuff like that. So she went about it that way. But, I was young, and back then I could have been like, huh, that's not cool. All right, you guys. So that's the last mask. And honestly, if they were to do more, some other masks I would like to see them do. It's like, kind of like maybe a Pumpkin Man mask, kind of like the Halloween 3 mask, as well as a skull mask. Maybe that would be kind of cool. And maybe like a black cat. I think those ones would work. Don't forget to leave which one of the masks is your favorite down in the comments. But also, let me know of another Halloween character that could be also be made into a mask if they were to do more of these movies. And also, like I said, highly recommend checking out Haunt. If you guys thought these masks were cool, at least if nothing else, you get to watch the movie and kind of look out for the masks and just seeing what each one of the killers kind of does in this movie. But highly recommended, you guys. I hope you guys out there have an absolute amazing Halloween, safe Halloween. Take your kids out trick-or-treating, hand out candy, dress up, check your candy, and don't blow out any jack-o'-lanterns, you guys. Those are the rules of Sam from Trick or Treat. And I want to do one more little thing because I had some viewers say like they knew I was going to modify my art mask for my costume, and I kind of wanted to show you what I did. So I'm gonna go with the mask that came with the costume, but I cut out the teeth, and so I kind of painted up all the colored up all the stuff so it's all nice and black, and then I was able to tighten this up quite a bit. And so now when I wear it, it's able to fit to my face a little bit better. So I will be blacking this out and then using my teeth so I can kind of do my own thing. And I'm going to black out my eyes, you guys. I had to split it up the neck a little bit so I can get my face into it a little bit further. But that's what I did. I will be taking pictures so you guys can see them later. But some viewers wanted to check this out and see what exactly I did. I just cut out the teeth, guys, and then now I'm just going to paint this up. I was going to try and dye my mouth, but all the stuff that does that seems a little bit sketchy, and then I'll black my eyes. You know, I just figured this was the best option, and it goes with the costume really well. I'm really stoked to see this all put together. So that was the last thing I really wanted to show you guys in this video, you guys. But like I said, I hope you guys have a great, safe Halloween. Follow the rules or Sam will get you. But that's going to do it for me. Horror Junkies 509 signing out just until next time. You guys already know it. I've been sentenced to life. I am a horror lifer. And you guys have an absolute killer day. Watch horror movies. Hand out candy. Just have a great time. And we'll see you in the next one. And yeah, all these masks get a solid groovy. My groovy button's over there. Actually, it's right there. But, you know, until next time, until Horror Junkies 509 rides again, you guys stay spooky. Stay safe. Have a good one.